Hey Dave and everyone at Barstool, my name is Ben Brashad. I grew up in Medfield, Mass with my family, home to one of Dave's favorite, Hurricane Peter McNeely. About 5 years ago, my mom, Mary Ellen, opened a restaurant, a little coffee shop in the town next to us called Norfolk, Mass. And she comes from a gigantic family. She was one of 10 siblings, and every sibling was so close. And my grandmother and my grandfather were two total characters. Everyone that came in contact with my grandfather instantly got a nickname. So my mom was like, we gotta make this family-run business. We should name it after my mother. So right above me is my grandmother Priscilla, one of our favorite pictures with actor Cary Grant, and my mom decided to name the restaurant Cillas Coffeehouse. We've been here for 5 years now, and we're not your typical coffee shop. We do a little bit of everything. You turn over to the wall over there, we have a full liquor license, we have our specialty drinks, our cocktail menu, and all that type of stuff. We do breakfast and lunch. We tried a little bit of everything. We had a kiosk across the street. We're lucky to be right near the commuter rail right into Boston. So we did a little kiosk there. We got outdoor seating. So we're not your typical coffee shop. We've done open mic nights. We've done a little bit of everything. Now that we're coming up on our 5 years before COVID had hit, we were doing really well. Everything was really looking up. We were like, all right, we're going to be in town for a while. This is great. We've kind of really got our business going. And then COVID came to town, and like I mentioned with the commuter rail, all of our morning business is practically gone. Everyone commuting into the city isn't commuting anymore. Moms are stuck at home with their kids, and no one's driving to work, so even some of the people who were just driving past the shop would stop. We pretty much lost all those guys. So 2020 has been a tough year. We've had so many struggles coming, but maybe the biggest struggles that have come to Cillas Coffeehouse are issues that have hit my family and most importantly my mom. At the beginning of the year, right before COVID had actually hit, just a couple weeks before they declared lockdowns, my uncle Scott Blue had been dealing with a whole bunch of back pains, and he woke up in the middle of the night and he realized he had to get to the hospital. And unfortunately, Scott was a little bit too proud to call one of us for help or to call an ambulance. I think money was a little bit tight, and Scott got in the car, tried to drive himself to the hospital. He was on Route 4, back pains hit him hard, and he just lost control of the car, and Scott was killed in impact. So that's literally how we started 2020. One of the worst years of our life, when my mom was already dealing with, oh my God, what's this coronavirus going to be? What's it going to do to my restaurant? She had to deal with the impact of losing one of her brothers, one of her siblings. We fast forward a couple weeks later, and another one of my uncles got hit with the virus hard. And I mean really hard. My Uncle Richard was stuck in the hospital for, I think it was 90 days, and 51 of those days he was on a ventilator. So dealing with the loss of her brother, and then dealing with her brother-in-law being in the hospital, where literally every other day we were getting reports that we don't know if Richard's gonna make it. And thank God he did, but it was just added stress that was just brutal on not only just me and all my siblings, but most importantly my mom. And so this year hasn't been easy, and we got more curveballs that have hit us even harder. A few weeks after that, my mom decided, it's time to sell our childhood house. She moved into an awesome place, actually in Norfolk, with her partner Bob. It was basically like a stepdad to me and my 3 siblings. She moved into the new house, she put a whole bunch of our really important stuff into a storage unit. I'm talking every picture we've ever had from our childhood, a whole bunch of nice china glass that my sister had got, handwritten letters that my mom wrote to every single one of my siblings on the day we were born. This is stuff we had never got to see. These were going to be gifts to us on our wedding night. And unfortunately, that storage unit decided to evict one of their customers, and they actually wrongfully evicted us by accident. So we lost everything we owned in that. So that was just one more icing on the cake to just crush all of our hopes and dreams in 2020. It was just brutal. And you know what? This whole year, my mom has remained so positive. If you came into Cillas and you talked to her, you would have no idea any of this has happened. But maybe the hardest part of 2020 has been what happened to my stepfather and my mom's partner of 10 years, Bob. Bob was an awesome dude, or Bob is an awesome dude, but has come down with, at the very beginning of 2020, he got diagnosed with what we call Lewy body disorder or Lewy body dementia. And it's kind of a combination between Parkinson's and Alzheimer's, or Parkinson's and dementia. One minute he can seem like he's all there, and the very next minute he's agitated, he's confused, he's angry, he has no idea where he is. And it's just been the most heartbreaking thing to watch for my mom. And it's a type of disease that requires 24-hour care. So for the first couple of weeks when we first found out what he had, he was okay to be on his own for an hour. That's completely gone out the door. Every minute of every day, this guy needs attention. And my mom doesn't have the time or the manpower or the money to be able to keep this place afloat while providing 24-hour nurse care. So she's killing herself. Every day she's working 10 hours here, trying to do whatever she can because she can't afford to hire more staff at the moment. She's got to be here, not paying herself, might I add. and just busting her butt here and then going home and basically being a nurse the rest of the night. And it's just, it will, as her son and all my siblings have been talking, it's heartbreaking to watch. We're trying to do everything we can to help her out, but things just aren't getting easier. They're only progressing and getting worse with him. So there's just something we gotta do. So that's why I'm reaching out to you guys at the Barstool Fund. We could really, really use your help. Not only would you be saving an amazing small business, you'd be freeing up so much time for my mom and making it so much easier for her to care for Bob. We're a small business, so it's not like we need a ton of money. We've been kind of running the numbers. Our payroll is about $2,400 to $2,500 each week, so that's about $10,000 a month. And then on top of that, we're really just looking for a little bit of help in rent. Our landlord's been nice enough at the time, because he's heard about what's going on with my family, to let my mom do 2 payments a month so we can keep our cash flow going. But yeah, we're really coming to an end. I mean, we need you guys to help her. We need the community around us to help build us back up. So if for anyone who sees us at Barstool, we're eternally grateful for you guys just to hear us out, and we hope to hear from you guys soon. Happy New Year's.